A lot of Man United now, as you'd imagine, dominating the back pages. You touched on it, 2-up, ended up drawing 2-2 with Sevilla last night in the Europa League. United got in 8 mad minutes is a headline on the back of the Mirror. Double trouble is the headline on the back of the Express. And one more for you. Mad United, say the Sun, 2 own goals in 8 crazy minutes. Varane, Martinez injured. They both went off, didn't they? And also Bruno suspended for the game next week, the second leg. More Man United throughout the show. But I want to talk to you guys about a story on the back of the Times. Have a listen to this. Gary Jacobs says this morning, angry Fulham fans have urged the owner, Shahid Khan, to reconsider a plan to charge as much as £3,000 for season tickets in the club's new Riverside stand next season. The West London club announced the new prices on Wednesday with an 18% rise for season tickets in the 3 other stands at Craven Cottage, also drawing criticism from supporters. But it is the cost of watching matches from the Riverside stand, still unfinished, that has drawn the most anger. Supporters have accused Khan of causing distress and anxiety for what they say is the now most expensive seat in the Premier League without hospitality, equivalent to 157 per league match from next season. This season, guys, supporters have paid £1,000 or £52.63 a match to sit in the Riverside stand, and as little as £839 when they were in the top flight back in 1819 before the old stand was demolished. Natalie Sawyer, you are a season ticket holder yourself. You go and watch your beloved club week in, week out. Does it make you angry and sad when you hear the figures there I've just mentioned for a supporter?
Absolutely. I think it's disgusting, actually. And they base that £3,000 being what they call platinum upper on just because it's a good view from that stand. And look, we all have seen the stand and how fabulous it looks, and I'm sure it's going to be glorious. But £3,000 is an extraordinary amount of money for a club to expect fans to pay out for. And yes, there'll be some people going, you don't have to pay it if you don't want to. But there'll have been fans that would have traditionally sat in that stand that now, if they want to go back into that sort of area, will have to pay a ridiculous amount of money. And that's £3,000 for an adult. I think it's £2,500 for a junior, the maximum. I mean, I'm very fortunate at Brentford. They've refused to raise season ticket prices. Now, that's partly down to the fact that we have a supporters trust that have conversations regularly with the club about let's freeze our season ticket prices, which they have done. To even read that they've 18% hike on their season tickets.
That's a little bit too much.
A little bit,
you
right?
expect
It's
a little
greedy,
bit,
isn't it,
You
right?
expect a little bit of a hike, don't you? But not 18%. That is ridiculous.
Well, this is let's not forget, this is just will be their second season back in the Premier League.
They're not going to be in Europe either, are they?
I don't think it even matters, though, does it? I think even if they were in Europe, it's still a disgrace, Ray, isn't
You
it?
get extra games, don't you?
But Ray, greed, though.
According to this, it's just from the Premier League. It doesn't mention anything else.
Not Europe as well.
And like I say, £3,000. I'd be expecting a lot more than just a seat for £3,000. I'm not being funny.
When does this... Imagine being a dad and you want to take your 2 boys.
Well, you can't.
Exactly, you can't.
No.
And surely, I'd like to think here that I'm hoping today, with this being in the news, we've done it here, the Fulham fans are going to complain, other news outlets do it, that, Mr. Khan has a look and thinks, you know what, I'll hold my hands up here, guys. I've made a mistake. This is bang out of order. This cannot happen. Pricing fans out of going to the game now.
Yeah,
it's
that's a big problem.
You're right, it's vile now.
I think it'd be interesting to hear from Fulham fans and any fans that have been priced out, or any fans that think actually it's quite reasonable.
It's not just Fulham, it's quite a few clubs, isn't it?
But that's putting Fulham at the highest of any club in the Premier League per match. 157, did you say? Just for a basic match ticket. That is ridiculous and vile. It's ill-judged, ill-thought out by Fulham.
So if you've got a young person who wants to go with, or your daughter, your son, they want something to eat there. It's a very expensive day in the end, isn't it?
Absolutely. And maybe they're, I don't know, trying to catch on to the affluent area that perhaps
it's a beautiful area, isn't it? I mean, and the stand is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks fabulous. And they're clearly having to pay for that stand with the season ticket prices.
That's what you've got to pay for it. And that's what they're more or less saying. That's why it's so expensive. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Football that fans is nothing, right? Let's not outprice football fans. We're going to watch their beloved club. I really, really hope in that Mr. Khan wakes up this morning and reconsiders, because as you said, I mean, football's expensive enough as it is, but £3,000, £157 for one game, vile.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, Fulham fans, 81089, why not text us? Let us know what you make of these season ticket prices. Are you in favour? Are you against? Love to know what you make of it.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.